Welcome back, everyone. Sheepdog Smokey here. I hope you're having a great Friday. Let's dive right in. Nadler suggested fining, jailing Trump officials who resist subpoenas. House Judiciary Committee Ralph Nadler, or Jerry Nadler, Democrat of New York, pitched fining officials who ignore congressional subpoenas. Nadler made the suggestion at a meeting of House leaders earlier this month, Bloomberg reported Wednesday. Nadler also went a step further and brought up the possibility of jailing Trump administration officials if they are found in contempt of Congress. Nadler admitted the plan is less realistic. Democrats have issued multiple subpoenas this year demanding 6 years of Trump's tax returns and testimony from administration officials who have thus far declined to appear in front of Congress. The administration has called the requests an unconstitutional infringement on Trump's rights as president and is planning to fight back. Congress can hold people in contempt if they refuse to testify or produce documents. However, the matter is then passed on to the Justice Department, whose duty it shall be to bring the matter before a grand jury for its actions, according to law. So, yeah, Jerry Nadler wants to bypass the DOJ. This is a new one. Normally it's Trump should never bypass Congress, but Kamala Harris is pledging to. Now Jerry Nadler is saying the DOJ is useless. I'm going to put you in jail. But we luckily have someone much more familiar with the legal system than I am. Levin breaks down utter ignorance and constitutional illiteracy over Trump's executive privilege. Wednesday night on the radio, Levin TV host Mark Levin decried the utter ignorance and constitutional illiteracy surrounding the possibility that President Trump may invoke executive privilege to keep former White House counsel Don McGahn from testifying before the House of Representatives. Levin called out House Judiciary Chair Jerry Nadler, Democrat, New York, for saying that the time to assert executive privilege on this matter has long since passed because it wasn't invoked during the Mueller probe. This is a separation of powers issue. A president must be able to talk to his own counsel, Levin countered, and the president must determine who his counsel can talk to about what they talked about. He never waived executive privilege vis-a-vis another branch of government, Levin continued. Never. You have the audio there, and then we have Mark Levin and his tweet that the Democrats are still just hunting for anything they can use. But here's a very simple thing. The subpoena power of Congress is to issue it. If it is ignored, Congress is toothless. They have to pass this off to the DOJ. Now, we've also had a video I did recently about Congress subpoenaing DOJ officials and telling them they may not have legal representation with them. Their legal representation would be kept in a separate room. This is akin to someone being charged with a crime and told you do not have the right to a lawyer. In fact, you are not allowed one. And this is a very simple and straightforward example of Congress overstepping their authority and all but shouting, "Damn it, just tell us he's guilty. We want to impeach, and you have to help us." I wouldn't be surprised if Nadler was the one to actually get up there and say it, something like, "We have a right to impeach any president we want, and no one may deny us this right by not giving us what we need." I'm honestly waiting for something like that. I'm waiting for Nadler to actually be seen on television decrying the obvious political bias of the Capitol Police Department for not arresting the people I tell them to, and calling out anyone for obvious lies about saying that, well, you can't jail people. If they defy your subpoena, that goes to the DOJ. But these are Democrats. These are people you could walk up to, hand them the original parchment copy of the Declaration of Independence and Constitution. You could then point out line and word where it says they are wrong, and they would rip the thing to shreds and say it was a phony. when they're later arrested for destroying priceless artifacts, they would say you didn't tell them it's real even though you did. Literally the party of, I don't care what the evidence says. You will rule in my favor. We're not long, as I've said before, from someone being on trial and there being video evidence of them committing the crime. And then we will hear, objection, Your Honor. My client did not approve of any video being taken of them at any time. This evidence is inadmissible. Or something along the lines of, my client was told this house did not have video cameras. They would have gone somewhere else if they knew. So this video is not admissible. Or more to the point, my client does not like any evidence that proves them guilty and requests it all be thrown out. It's basically what we're hearing from Nadler with, I don't care that it's not under my authority to jail people. I will do it anyway. It's the same as Kamala Harris saying that if Congress does not send comprehensive gun control to my desk in my first 100 days as president, I will use executive action. When over the last 2 years, any executive order issued by President Trump was instantly and vehemently decried as bypassing Congress and a violation of his oath of office. Are you starting to see the pattern yet? Democrats are literally the party of rules for thee, not for me. And it honestly needs to stop. Jerry Nadler needs to be taken down a few pegs, and it's very easy to do. All a judge would need to do is say, Mr. Nadler, you are wrong. You may subpoena. That is it. If they do not obey your subpoena, you refer to the DOJ. If you attempt to take any action, you will be prosecuted. Then, of course, we just wait for Nadler to decide he is above the law, do it anyway, and then watch him cry from jail. But unfortunately, we don't have a judge with enough spine to do that. We have Mark Levin, who's more than willing to take Mr. Nadler to task over his idiocy and his illiteracy about the Constitution. But unfortunately, as great as Mark's show is, it does not reach probably many members of Congress at all, because, of course, at least all of the Democrats likely hate him with a passion, because he is intelligent, he's right, and he takes them to task daily for their insanity. But I've talked about this one long enough. Let me know what you think. Remember, keep the comments civil. We do not learn from an argument, we learn from debate. Also, remember to like, comment, and share this video. And as always, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you are among the first to know about all new content as it is posted. Until Monday, everyone have a wonderful day.